Lost voices of myth and legend, Stheno and the death of Medusa. I have seen the tides shift 1,000 times, the stars rearrange themselves in the heavens, and the mortals below build empires only to watch them crumble. Yet none of it has ever compared to the fury that burned in me the day my sister was slain. They tell the tale of Perseus, the bold hero, the chosen one of Athena. They weave their words in shining gold, as if the truth is too grotesque to be spoken plainly. A brave man who sought glory, a Gorgon who was nothing more than a beast to be felled. They say it so easily, with admiration in their voices. But they do not know, they do not understand what was taken from me that day. That Medusa was not just some monster in a cave waiting to be vanquished. That she was my sister. Our beginning was one of beauty, of grace. We were born of the sea, daughters of ancient forces, of divinity itself. Medusa, the youngest of us, was the brightest. Unlike Euryale and myself, she was mortal. That distinction was always present, always lingering. But if anyone deserved immortality, it was her, with golden hair that gleamed like sunlight on the waves, and a kindness that softened even the cruelest hearts. She was revered, cherished. Mortals whispered her name with awe, and gods turned their heads in admiration. She was a priestess, devout and pure, serving in Athena's temple with unwavering faith. But gods are fickle in their affections. When Poseidon set his sights on her, no prayers could protect her. No devotion could shield her. The temple that was supposed to be sacred became a place of desecration, and my sister, who had done no wrong, was the one punished for it. Athena turned her wrath upon Medusa, twisting her form, transforming her golden locks into a nest of serpents, her warm gaze into something petrifying. A gift, they called it. A curse, we knew it to be. We took her in, Euryale and I. Our sister, who had been abandoned by the world, whose cries had been met with silence from the heavens. She wept for days, her despair so deep it carved itself into the air around us. And we, who had always been known as the monstrous ones, did the only thing we could. We held her. We whispered to her through her sobs, reminded her that she was still our sister, that no cruel fate could take that from us. Time passed, and Medusa learned to live in solitude, learned to exist in the shadows cast upon her. If she could not walk among the mortals, then she would endure as best she could. And then came Perseus. I should have known the moment the gods took notice of him. Athena's favored one, the one she blessed, armed with gifts that no mortal should wield. A mirrored shield, a blade of divine craftsmanship. Hermes' own sandals to carry him swiftly through the air. I should have known when the winds shifted, when the world seemed to hold its breath. But we did not see him in time. By the time I sensed the blood that had spilled, by the time I heard the cries that tore through the night, it was too late. Medusa's body lay upon the cold ground of her sanctuary, her head severed from her shoulders. And Perseus stood over her, victorious, her lifeless gaze forever frozen in that cursed final moment. The world rejoiced. They sang of his triumph. They lifted him upon their shoulders, praised his cunning, his bravery. But I only saw the body of my sister, the blood that stained the earth, the face that had once smiled at me now forever still. I roared my grief, my fury, but Perseus was already gone, carried by his winged sandals, leaving nothing behind but silence and loss. I do not know if the gods felt the weight of our mourning, if they listened as we screamed our rage into the sky. But I do know that the sea itself trembled in answer, that the waves crashed against the shore in fury, that the winds howled as if echoing our sorrow. I do not know if Athena ever regretted what she had done, if she ever thought of the girl who had once worshipped her so faithfully. But I do know that we never forgot. The mortals celebrate their hero, but they do not know the price of his glory. They do not speak of the sisters left behind, of the howling grief of those who remained. They do not know the warmth that once filled Medusa's laughter, the kindness that once dwelled in her heart. To them, she is only a monster. But I remember the girl who once danced beneath the sun. I remember the way she braided flowers into my hair, the way she would press her forehead against mine when she was frightened. I remember the sound of her voice, the shape of her hands, the gentle strength within her. They may write their stories, may sing their songs, but they cannot take this from me. I will remember, always, and I will never forgive. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this.